I'm Elizabeth Shanahan-Jewett, and this is Local Matters. I hope this week has been good to you. Let's talk about what's happening in our area. Project Arts of Plymouth has been back since June 30th with free Wednesday night concerts at Pilgrim Memorial State Park. Local sceners Erica and Ben were there last Wednesday to talk to director Mike Landers, the band, and some of the crowd who got to enjoy country music night on the Plymouth waterfront.
All right, without further ado, it's the Darren Bissett Band.
It's slowly coming back. It's great to see the venues. It's great to see the musicians playing. Again, it's great to see crowds.
You have no idea what this means to musicians to get back out playing live after a year. This is what we do.
I wasn't sure, A, if we would be here, and B, if the crowds would come back. And even with a minimum of marketing, because we didn't have time to do it, the crowds are still coming. They remember, they remember where they need to be, where they need to plant themselves, and they all have their spots that they come back to every week, and it's awesome.
Why am I here tonight? Because it's a good band, and it's free, and it's outside, and it's nice down here. I love being near the harbor.
It's everyone from age 8 to age 80, and they're all outside having a great time on a day like this, in a location like this, next to Plymouth Rock. I don't think it gets any better than this, but we play a lot of outdoor festivals. This is one of the nicer ones that we get to play here in New England.
They're really good. You've been having fun listening to them, huh?
Yeah. It means everything, and we can't thank you all enough. Please keep coming out, support your local communities, support this kind of thing, because it's all we got. It's great to be here. Thank you so much.
That was all right. Okay.
Since gathering together outdoors is still the safest way, music on the waterfront is a perfect way to feed our souls and need for community right now. To learn more about these free Wednesday concerts and Project Arts, visit projectarts.com. The Plymouth Area Chamber of Commerce is an invaluable not-for-profit entity which currently represents and provides resources for over 750 of our local businesses and organizations. Julie Thompson spoke with Director of Operations Bob Nolet about the many ways the Chamber serves the South Shore.
Bob Nolet, you are the Director of Operations for the Plymouth Area Chamber of Commerce. Welcome, thank you for coming today. Tell me a little bit about how long you've been with the Chamber and how the Chamber has had to pivot over the last 15 months.
Sure. Well, thank you for having me here today. I've been with the Chamber about 9.5 years, so quite some time. And, the past, year has been very challenging for many businesses. And, the Chamber, we're a nonprofit, so we have, been affected by the pandemic and whatnot. But we pivoted during the pandemic to really change our focus. Obviously, we weren't working on in-person events or whatnot, but we took everything online and we did a lot of Zoom. But we also were really there to help the businesses through the crisis, helping them with, the PPP information and and what loans to apply for, and just updating them on what resources were available for their business. We do typically do that year round, but this was on a much different scale and severity of what businesses really needed, and we were just there to really just kind of be their friend, let them know it's going to be okay, and just provide as many resources as we could to help them stay afloat during the most challenging time these business owners have ever really faced.
Right. And you were a conduit and a lifeline to so many businesses over the past 15 months. I mean, I can attest to that. It's just amazing what the Chamber has stepped up to do. Now, your biggest annual event is your Waterfront Festival, which is going to be happening in August, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But what other programs or initiatives does the Chamber run on an ongoing basis during the year?
Sure. So we offer a slew of different businesses. Different events and whatnot for businesses to attend. We do ribbon cuttings, which is fantastic because a ribbon cutting is always a sign of a new business coming into town, and we always love celebrating that. Also, if a business is celebrating a milestone, we'll do a ribbon cutting and whatnot. We do business after hours, which are typically the third Thursday of the month, and that's open to members and non-members, so anyone can attend those, and those are held at different member locations. We also do networking luncheons, which are a fantastic way to meet new businesses, existing businesses, and really just kind of get your name out there. There's always a lunch provided, and you're given a 60-second opportunity to get up and explain who you are and what you're looking for, and really get in front of a great crowd of people.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you for that. Now, let's talk about the Waterfront Festival, which is going to be happening on Saturday, August 28th. Vendors that are coming, how many are there? Can they still register? What about food? Give me the lowdown.
Sure. So this is our favorite event. It's the largest event that we do each year, and it really takes almost a year to plan for it. We were so upset we couldn't hold it last year due to COVID, and this year, we are back. We're better than ever. So it's going to be, as you said, held August 28th. We'll have over 250 vendors at this event. Yeah, it's a huge event. We close down almost all of the Plymouth waterfront in front of Plymouth Rock and past the Mayflower. We will have local food vendors this year. And what's different to what we've done in the past is we've typically had food trucks and food vendors from all over. But this year, to really support local, and that's our whole initiative, and that's our motto, is to support local. We opened up food vendors to Plymouth restaurant or chamber members only. So there's only going to be about 9 local restaurants that'll be down on the waterfront, and they're all restaurants that that have brick and mortar locations throughout downtown and waterfront. We'll have tents, and you can sample their fantastic food, obviously to purchase, and then it's also to encourage people to go out and dine locally while you're here in town.
Right.
So maybe you'll have lunch from Tavern on the Wharf or Cabbie Shack at the Waterfront Festival, but then maybe you'll go downtown for dinner and have something else. Yeah. So, it's really a great way to support local and give our local restaurants a boost and kind of put them in the highlight of the festival.
Excellent. Now, there's a cruise-in car show. What is that all about?
Sure. So this is our 15th annual cruise-in car show. We hold it each year at formerly the Jenny Gristmill, but it's the Plymouth Gristmill parking lot, which is easily accessible right through Brewster Gardens. And it's a great event. Sometimes we've had over 200 plus cars that attend. It's only $10 for a car to cruise in. There's no registration ahead of time. I believe that starts at 10 a.m. Mm-hmm. You can just go right up to the lot, say you're here for the car show, and you can get your parking spot. And what's great is for the people that do attend and park their car, they have guaranteed parking all day.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a great opportunity.
Double bonus.
Exactly, to come down, and it's a short walk to the festival.
Great. Now you also have a Ducky dash race. So 1,400 rubber duckies are released into the town brook. Would you please explain this to me?
Absolutely. So this is one of the funnest parts of the event. It's held every year at 4 p.m. in Brewster Gardens, right at the beautiful bridge that's there. So it's in the center of the park. And what we do is ahead of time at the festival, we pre-sell rubber duckies. They're all numbered, so it's all by random. If you want 6 of them, we just take out 6 ducks, and here's your 6 numbers, and good luck. And at 4 p.m., everyone comes around Brewster Gardens and lines the river, which is the brook, which is great. We get a few thousand people that'll do that. And then myself and Executive Director Amy Naples actually get into Town Brook. On a hot day, it's great. On a chilly day, not so good, but it's always a good cool down. And the 1,400 rubber duckies are released. And there's so much excitement. We always have an MC that's cheering people on, and everyone's cheering on their rubber duckies. And it's quite the sight to see these rubber duckies go down Town Brook underneath the bridge. And then myself and Amy are the ones that are there collecting them as fast as we can with giant nets. And it's probably the most stressful part of the festival to make sure you get all 1,400 collected in time. But it's a lot of fun for sure.
Oh, that's excellent. That is wonderful. That sounds like a blast. And the last thing is you have entertainment going on basically most of the day. What are we looking for that? And where are they located?
Sure. So we have a lot of great local acts for entertainment this year. All the entertainment is held on the waterfront at Plymouth Memorial State Park under the amphitheater. It's in a great location because we'll have the amphitheater, and then right behind the amphitheater this year for the first time, we're actually having a beer garden at the festival that I didn't mention. So that's a new surprise that I think a lot of people will like. That's in partnership with Mayflower Brewing. So you'll have entertainment, food, and a beer garden all right there, right on the DCR property, right near the amphitheater. And the lineup, we're still adding artists currently to it. Mm-hmm. It'll all be right on our website, PlymouthWaterfrontFestival.com. Mm-hmm. But we're going to have great acts this year for sure.
Oh, that's wonderful. So people can get an awful lot of bang for their buck in one day down here.
Oh, absolutely. There's so much to do. There's so much to do for families. And I should mention this year we're doing a kids discovery zone, mm-hmm. which is going to be in Brewster Gardens, where we're going to have live animals, almost like a petting zoo type thing. We'll have a lot of kids' arts and crafts and activities, a lot of hands-on. In the past, we did a lot of the inflatables and those types of events for kids. But due to COVID, we thought, that may not be the best thing. Yep. Let's make it more kind of a fun, educational, hands-on experience mm-hmm. type of thing. And we're going to have great activities all day right in Brewster Gardens for kids and families alike.
Wow. This must cost a lot for the chamber to put this on. I mean, how do you fund this?
It absolutely does. So a lot of the money, we receive money from the Town of Plymouth Promotional Fund, which is, fantastic, through sponsorships and our vendors. And, we have to thank the supporting major sponsors of this event specifically, which is Tavern on the Wharf, Plymouth Public House, which is their new restaurant that'll be located in Cedarville, and Tracy Cadillac Chevrolet for being our automobile sponsor of the event. Mm-hmm. And then we have a handful of other supporting sponsors that we couldn't do this event without, right. Such as Brewster Ambulance and so on, that, really are there for us each year. Right. And that's how we do it. It's a community event. Right. It takes a lot of time, a lot of resources, and it does, take an awful lot of money to put on, but it's completely worth it in the end.
Yeah, it's a win-win for everybody.
It absolutely is.
Well,
for sure.
Well, Bob, it's going to be fabulous this year, better than ever, I'm sure. Thank you so much for joining us, and I appreciate it, and we'll see you down at the waterfront on the 28th.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Julie. Visit PlymouthAreaChamber.com to get involved or learn more. And look for the local scene street team at the Plymouth Waterfront Festival. Come by, say hi, and be on PACTV. In June, we featured In This Together, an art installation at Beth Israel Deaconess that was the first by the newly formed Community Art Collaborative, a nonprofit founded by childhood friends Jennifer MacGyver Edwards and McLeana Gomes. They created CAC to facilitate public art programs in which members of the community create and contribute small works of art that come together to form a larger project around a central theme or idea. The Community Art Collaborative's second honeycomb-shaped art exhibit is now on display at the Plymouth Antiquarian Society's Hedge House lawn, featuring a combination of elements from the historic home and museum and art from local students. This installation centered around the theme of perseverance. A July 15th event unveiling the exhibit also featured performances by violinist Angelica Vendetti and Plymouth Poet Laureate Stephen Delbos. On your next visit to the Plymouth Waterfront, take the time to enter through the Hedge House Gate to get a close-up look at this inspirational community collaboration. And to find out how you can get involved with the Community Arts Collaborative, visit their website or Facebook page. We know that plants enhance air quality and boost our moods, but have you ever bought a plant for your home and then had no idea how to take care of it? I have. Luckily, Tiff and Erica are next, exploring a free app that can help. It's all about plants on an all-new Apps Untapped.
Hi there, Tiff here again to bring you another episode of Apps Untapped. Now, it seems like lately being a plant parent is kind of a trend, so I thought, hey, it might be cool to watch things grow. I mean, how hard can it be? Okay, so honestly, between you and me, I'm really terrible at making things grow. Like that one time Erica asked me to babysit her plants. So I decided to use an exciting little app called PlantSnap. What? PlantSnap. PlantSnap is an app that allows you to identify plants by taking pictures with your phone. Pretty cool stuff, right? That being said, I may need a little bit more help than an app can give me, so I've enlisted the help of my trusted friend and creative partner, Erica, from Your Green Space. Hey girl, hey.
Hey Tiff, thanks for having me.
I'm so happy to have you here today. I really need a lot of help, but first, there are so many people who are into plants. They want to be plant parents and everything. So what's the deal with plants? What are the benefits?
Plants have so many benefits. Consistently seeing and being around plants helps people feel calmer and more relaxed, thus decreasing levels of anxiety. They increase attentiveness and memory while enhancing productivity. They also boost your mood, spark creativity, especially when you start diving into propagation. But that's a whole nother episode by itself.
So you ready to do Apps Untapped?
Sure.
I said, are you ready to do Apps Untapped?
I mean, yeah.
All right, let's hit some features. Before you start snapping, you want to set up your login information and profile. You can create a login with Facebook, Google, or you can set it up manually. Obviously, the main feature is that you can take pictures of random plants. All you have to do is go to Snap at the bottom, take your picture, and then bam, you got a plant. The app has the ability to identify 90% of known species of plants and trees. Just be careful where you're taking your pictures. The app also gives you planting instructions for your plant, including planting, watering, feeding, and knowing what the right temperature is. Why is this important for your plant? I'm gonna let the expert take it from here.
So Tiff showed you how to get these instructions. I'm gonna go through the whys of how these instructions are important. So why is it important to know how to plant your plant? Some varieties of plants need different types of soils and repotting requirements. A soil that's low in nutrients will keep the leaves small and the root system smaller. Conversely, soil that's rich in nutrients will make the roots grow bigger since it has more room to grow, giving more nutrients for the plants. There's no one size fits all when it comes to watering. Root systems of some plants will need an extra amount of water. I know personally my Monstera is a thirsty boy, and I have to water it every 3 days, where my Stromanth TriStar can get away with just once a week. Depending on what type you have, and if it's a flowering plant, it may require a fertilizer every few weeks to keep it happy, vigorous, and blooming. Think of it this way, if you want to be big and strong, you need to eat healthy food. Temperature and sunlight go hand in hand with each other. Some plants require a warmer, more humid environment, think tropical plants, and others can only handle indirect sunlight, otherwise they will literally burn. And we don't want to do that to our leafy friends.
What I really love about this app is that you can explore different gardens throughout your region to get your maximum amount of plantiness. Go to Explore at the bottom, and PlantSnap will show you a map of your region. The map has checkpoints of local botanical attractions. It will give you a summary of what the location has to offer and provides a link to the garden or organization's website. Now I just wish there was an app like this for pizza.
This app has a similar interface to Facebook. Being able to see what other people are doing will give you inspirations for your plant babies or spark a new love for a plant that you've been wanting to get for a long time. It's interesting to see how other people have been handling that intimidating plant. You can share the latest of what you've found and comment on other posts as well. The ability to comment on other posts and sharing knowledge is a great way to connect with the green community. Who knows? you might find a new plant buddy.
Now that we've gone over some fun features, let's talk some tips, shall we? So say you know the name of a plant, but don't know what the plant looks like. No worries, PlantSnap's got you. Simply type in the plant's name and voila, you've got yourself a plant. The app has over 6,000 plants in its database. That's a lot of plants.
When trying to identify your plants, make sure there is plenty of lighting. This will give the app a better chance at detecting what you have and how to take care of it. If the lighting is poor, then it will have a harder time and most likely won't be able to tell you. Place your plant in an area for easier identification with bright lighting. Once you know what it is, then it'll tell you where to properly place it for the best growth.
If you're more of a visual person like me, there's a function that will direct you to PlantSnap's YouTube page for quick tutorial videos. Simply go to the bottom of your plant information, click More Options, then Watch Tutorials, and watch away. Thanks so much for joining me today. This was so much fun.
Yeah, absolutely. This was a blast. I mean, next time you go on vacation, I could host for you.
Let's not get too carried away.
Sorry.
Oh, before I forget, I have something for you.
Oh, that's so sweet. You shouldn't have.
It was nothing. So you want to wrap it up?
Can I say it? Can I say it?
Sure, friend.
This has been Apps Untapped. It's been great chatting with you. Be well.
Nailed it.
Join the Plymouth Public Library on August 11th from 6 to 7 p.m. as they welcome authors Joanne Samuel Goldblum and Colleen Shaddix to discuss their book, Broke in America, Seeing, Understanding, and Ending U.S. Poverty. Broke in America highlights the poverty crisis in the United States, focusing on policy and emphasizing key strategies in which to help eliminate this crisis. The authors will read an excerpt from the title and also provide a general discussion and a question and answer session. Registration is required for this online event. A limited number of copies of Broke in America are now available through the circulation desk. Visit the Plymouth Public Library events page for more details. Also at the Plymouth Public Library, the summer lawn concerts continue with an a cappella performance by Cape Cod group Hyannis Sound. Made up of male collegiate singers from across the United States, the group has received dozens of music awards and has a fan base following of over 700,000 across social media platforms. Bring your picnic lunch and a blanket for the front lawn event taking place from 1 to 2 p.m. on August 19th. To find out more, visit the Plymouth Public Library website. The Highwaymen was a supergroup comprised of 4 legendary country artists, Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson, Chris Christopherson, and Waylon Jennings, who recorded 3 major label albums together. Local musician Matt York and the Kingston Public Library invite you to a special performance inspired by the Highwaymen as part of Matt's Songs and Stories series, meant to be enjoyed in more intimate setting by smaller listening audiences. Matt York lives in Pembroke and started playing Boston clubs as a teenager. He's released 4 albums and played on stages throughout the United States and Canada. This free show will be on Monday, August 9th at 6 p.m. in the Adams Center, which is located across the street from the Kingston Public Library. Space is limited. Register through the Kingston Public Library website. The local scene street team was on the lookout for fresh and local food, music, and community. They found it at the Plymouth Farmers Market. Check it out.
Hi, this is Tiff from PACTV's The Local Scene. PopuPACTV is back, and we're at the Plymouth Farmers Market at Plymouth, Patuxent to see what these folks have to say. What do you love best about farmers markets?
Everything. A farmers market is amazing. I love the vendors. I love the food. I love the music. I love the weather. Thursday is literally the best day of the week. We come out here and we just have a fantastic time. Farmer Dave's great. He really knows how to organize and make everybody feel comfortable. So it's a great atmosphere, and I just know that the food here is healthy. It's going to keep me away from the doctor. It's good stuff.
Dave, why do you like farmers markets so much?
Markets in general? Well, I used to be a customer, so I mean, it's local food. I was a vegetarian, and it's local fresh produce, you know what I mean? Where else can you get that? You know, So there's definitely the food aspect, but there's also, especially with this market, like the community vibe. Like, I mean, there've been people camped out on the grass here all afternoon, especially this year after last year. People are so happy and appreciative and glad to be here. It feels really good this year.
I love being able to meet the farmers that grow the food that I make for dinner. I love running into friends and their families and being able to see the community each week come out for what feels like a big festival every single week. I love meeting the farmers and finding out what new things they're growing each week and year.
Do you think there's like a community here? Is that?
Oh, absolutely. I run into people here every week, and I think people, this is their Thursday activity, and that's growing. I think more and more people feel this is something they want to do every week.
Why do you think it's important to shop local?
I think it's important to know where your food comes from to support your community. I think it's really cool that a lot of the food that you see at the vendors was either baked today or yesterday, picked from a field today, and it's as local and fresh as you can get.
What's your favorite part of the farmers market?
My favorite part is actually seeing all the people milling around and looking for the freshest produce.
I like coming down here in the summer, and I'm lucky enough to be able to play music for everybody here a couple times each summer. So I guess I just enjoy the vibe. It's outside, it's relaxed, a lot of nice people looking to hear music and get fresh produce and stuff, and it's just a great community vibe, and I enjoy being a part of it.
When you come here, your dollar's making an impact, you know what I mean? You can see who it's benefiting. You're benefiting from, you know, a product that's gonna be better than you're gonna buy at any grocery store or anything like that, so it's just sort of like, feels good all around, you know? What's not to like about it?
Laurie, what do you love about farmers markets?
Oh, today I just love seeing all the faces again and seeing children, see other children, seeing the dogs. It's one of my favorite things. And the fresh goods. And there's so many delicious things that you can get here.
What do you like best about farmers markets?
Local, sustainable, and organic foods and other items are the main thing.
What do you like about this farmers market?
This one, it's handy. I live in Halifax, so it's 10 miles down the road. Thursday afternoons works well for me. It's near the ocean, and they've got a wide variety of vendors here that have the kinds of things I want.
Well, I have made Thursdays at the Plymouth Farmers Market. It's one of the things I do. I come here and I fill my Mini Cooper with homegrown, you know, beautiful grass-fed and beautifully crafted soaps and honeys and the vegetables and everything that goes with it. But that's not my favorite part. My favorite part is the people. It's the families with their children and their dogs and the hula hoops, and it's just, I've made so many friends here that I call good friends now. And they kind of set their clocks by when I show up, because I usually come screaming in the last half hour of the market, and Dave has told me before that I can work a market like nobody else. And when I started coming here early, they started looking at their watches and saying, what's she doing here? It can't be that late. So it's just one of the things I do every Thursday. It's one of the nicest things I do for myself.
I love the family feel of the farmers market. I love getting to know the farmers. I love to see what's new and local and fresh each week. I love to see the kids running around playing with the hula hoops and the bubbles. I love to see all the dogs. I guess I love the farmers market, and Plymouth's farmers market is my favorite.
Why is it your favorite?
It's got that family feel. It's got the feel of being free. It's got the feel of getting to know your local farmer. It's just got a really good feel to it.
I love the farmers market because you have so many local businesses of all varieties, and you're helping support local businesses.
My favorite thing about the farmers market is the variety of fresh, local, and organic produce.
We've been coming here. I came here before, but Charlie's 5 years old, and I socialized him here. Every week we'd come, and he would, be around little babies, kids, and other dogs. So it really worked. But I know a lot of the vendors, and they're just wonderful, and I like to support local business.
Oh, that's wonderful. So Charlie is a star. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, Charlie is a long-haired German Shepherd. He's 5 years old. He was crowned America's Hometown Hound last year out of 226 dogs. And he's a therapy and comfort dog. So we go to Beth Israel Deaconess Plymouth now once a week again. He was laid off because of COVID. And he's really depressed because he loves all the attention and the treats. And we were going to Spalding and Sandwich, but not doing that. But we're doing schools now. We went 2 weeks ago to 3 autistic classes, and then we're going tomorrow to an intermediate school, and he just loves it. He's a ham bone.
What are you looking forward to most this summer?
Soccer. Learning how to hula hoop.
You're going to learn how to hula hoop?
Which I'm already pretty good at it.
Oh, nice. How long have you been hula hooping for?
I've been hula hooping 2 times.
Twice? And you're really good at it? I'm impressed by your talent.
A little good at it. I hula hooped almost the whole time.
Did you?
Yep, I was awesome at it.
Proud of you. Did you want to answer a question? Yeah? I'm going to just take this from you. Here, do you want to hold it? There you go. So what are you looking forward to most this summer?
Camping.
You're going to go camping? What do you do when you camp?
I have sleeping bags.
You have sleeping bags? What kind of sleeping bag do you have?
Fox. A fox.
That's awesome. Do you want to answer a question too? All right. Yeah. What are you looking forward to most this summer? You want to hold that up for Dad?
Many beach days.
Oh, what's your favorite beach?
Plymouth Long Beach.
Nice.
Yeah, we go almost every day.
What do you guys usually do there?
Swim and play and make castles and just relax.
Madison and Morgan, what are you looking forward to this summer?
I'm excited to go swimming a lot in the lakes and across from my friend's house. So I'm excited to go swimming. Yeah, I'm excited to go to the beach.
What do you guys like to do at the beach?
I like to build sandcastles and look for sea glass.
So what are you looking forward to most this summer?
Probably being able to go to summer camps this year.
Oh, that's great. It must be great now that the restrictions are lifted.
Yeah.
So do you have to wear a mask at summer camp?
I don't think so, because I'm pretty sure it's just all outside.
Oh, that's excellent. So what are you going to do at camp?
Just fun activities. Like, I go to a Girl Scout camp every year, and there's like a lake and stuff, and we just do fun stuff.
Ronan, what are you looking forward to most this summer?
Probably going to the beach and being with my family.
Oh yeah, what kind of things do you guys do at the beach?
We go in the water and we might build sandcastles.
Ooh, do you have any cool foods that you get when you're at the beach?
Normally no.
No? You just swim?
Yeah.
Excellent. Alex, how do you feel now that the restrictions have been lifted?
I'm so thankful that the restrictions have been lifted. Honestly, the thing about farmers markets is that it's all about the people. Like, you have to be face to face with people. It's all about the community and just creating that kind of enjoyment together. And I just feel like having the restrictions being lifted and being able to see people and talk to them face to face and get in front of them like that, it makes it so much more personable and amazing. So it's so refreshing, definitely, to see people again.
Harry, what are you looking forward to most this summer?
Going camping.
Ooh, where do you go camping?
New Hampshire.
Wow, with all your family?
And some friends.
And some friends? So what do you do while you're camping?
I go fishing, I do biking, walk around.
Have you ever caught a really big fish?
No.
No? That's sad, but it's okay. You're ready. You can do it. What do you love best about Plymouth?
I think what I always have loved about Plymouth is the fact that it's got so many natural beauties, like the ocean. I happen to live near the state forest, so there's tons of ponds, and it's such a big area, but it still really has a small town feel, and it's just been always special that way.
I like all the outdoor family-friendly recreational activities. Long Beach, Nelson Park, Miles Standish, and of course the farmers market. What about you?
I like going on the playground.
Which playground's your favorite?
The Plymouth one.
The Plymouth one?
I think she likes the one near Nelson Park
Oh,
because
that's
you have the bike path there and the ocean and lots of fun right in one place.
And Alana, what are you looking forward to most this summer?
Going in the cool pool.
Going on the what?
Cool pool.
Oh, wow. You a summer girl? Is summer your favorite? Excellent. What are you looking forward to most this summer?
Probably hanging out with my friends.
What do you guys usually do together?
Shopping or
Ooh.
the beach.
What do you usually shop for?
Clothes.
What are you looking forward to most this summer?
Not having to wear a mask.
Oh, that's great. So you have to wear a mask in school still?
Yeah, in school we have.
So it must feel really good when you take that off.
Yeah, it will be.
What kind of activities are you looking forward to this summer?
Probably football. Football's the most fun.
You play football?
Yeah.
Nice. How long have you played football for?
5 years, I'm thinking.
Oh, that's awesome. You're a trained athlete. Do you play any other sports?
Yeah, I play a ton of sports. I play basketball and wrestling.
That's
and lacrosse.
You were a wrestler? Oh, that's amazing. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it is.
It's been a great day at the Plymouth Farmers Market. Make sure you check out Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming PopuPACTV events. And make sure you check out our YouTube for more on what's good and what's good to know. From all of us at PACTV's The Local Scene, we thank you for watching. See you next time.
It's 80s Movies Month at the Duxbury Free Library. Every Friday night in August, bring a blanket or lawn chair to the side lawn and enjoy a totally rad movie under the stars. August 13th's film features Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey in the iconic favorite, Dirty Dancing. The movie will begin at 8 p.m. or sunset, whichever happens first. No registration is required. Next, we welcome back poet, actor, writer, and entrepreneur Tamora Israel.
Hi, my name is Tamora Israel. I'm a poet, performer, podcaster, and freelance writer working with Amplify Pod Cape Cod. I host and co-host 2 podcasts, the Uncorked Poetry Podcast, where poets come on, share their work, and I interview them about their process and worldview, live streaming every Friday at 7 p.m. in the Uncorked Poetry Podcast Facebook group. And the Coffee with Teas podcast, hosted by myself and Emily Entwistle, is a fun-loving morning show centered around mental health awareness, kindness, and coffee. Live streaming every Tuesday at 7 a.m. on the Coffee with Teas Facebook page. You can follow me on Instagram at TISREAL83. So the poem I'm going to read for you today is called Inhale. Let's get into it. She's trying to keep it together, been rolling her shoulders to ease the pressure. Tina taught her how to do it while rolling on the river. Miss Patty led her by the hand and whispered, "Honey, if only you knew." She's just learning how to stand on her own. Who knew she had 2 feet? This whole time, she'd been hopping towards progress. But now that her left found her right, man, she damn near gliding. She got ahead in the game and she's ready to slay. Put her in, coach, because today is the day. Depression be damned. These feelings will not control her. Her spirit will not be defeated. She didn't know she possessed this type of strength until it was needed. You see, the universe has been reckless with her heart for years, gambling with her loyalty and trust. So after all the bets are in and love loses again, the universe offers her no apologies, certainly no sorries, no damn, my bad, was that me? When you start to fall face forward with your hands tied behind your back, well, things are gonna get interesting. You try to twist and turn your body to soften the blow. Either way, the ground's coming up and you're going low. How did the elders say she's supposed to do this again, this adulting, living, loving thing? How do you fall with grace when you know you're gonna fall on your face? When you hit the ground, remember to breathe. Now, get up, dust off, and keep it moving. No more getting lost in dark corners trying to MacGyver survival tactics. No. She's charging forward, swing a sword to her suicidal thoughts. Not today, Satan. She's got ish to do. Yeah, she's tired, and yeah, she's scared. But she's still standing. Blood trickling down her brow, but she made it. Fighting for the cause of her. Each second is sacred. She's a warrior of the loyal one walking through the fire. These cuts and bruises ain't nothing new to her. Fall, then get up. fall, then get up. Each time she rises, she repeats her mantra. If she can inhale, she can exhale. She can take one step and then two. If she can inhale, she can exhale. She can take one step and then two. Thank you so much. Again, my name is Tamora Israel. You can follow me on Instagram at tisreal83, TISREAL83. Have a great day, guys. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Tamora, and thank you for staying with us for this episode of Local Matters. From all of us at PACTV, have a safe and happy week. We'll see you next time.